Turning 18 brings with it the responsibilities and decisions you have to make as an adult. You have to start paying bills, feeding and taking care of yourself with little to no help from your parents, and you even have to make your own doctor's appointments. But one of the most grown-up things you'll have to do is decide what college you want to go to. No matter whether you go to a big school like UGA or a small one like Armstrong in Savannah, your school is likely to have some sort of Greek life. I even saw a poster for a Greek organization at Central Georgia Tech the other day. So I'm here to tell you why joining Greek life will be one of the best decisions of your life. At most schools, Greek life is an essential part of the college extracurricular activities. It draws people to the school, and many of them do fundraisers and give money to the school. For those of you that don't know much about Greek life, girls are in the sororities and boys are in fraternities. Every Greek organization has a philanthropy, which is a charity that it donates a lot of its time and money to. All Greek organizations are different. They're sort of like states in a country. Each one has their own set of rules or bylaws, and while at the same time they also have to follow the rules of NPH, which is the National Panhellenic Headquarters, or ICF, which is the Interfraternity Council. They also have rituals that include the ceremonies that initiate you into your chapter and will lead you to becoming an alumni, and the rituals that also include the meaning of your letters, your crest, and your handshake. And there's even more, like your whistle. Your ritual is a sacred and unique part of your sorority or fraternity. You can only share it with the people in your organization. There are some major benefits to joining a Greek organization. One of the most obvious is that you will find lifelong friends. There is something about knowing ritual and what it stands for, and only being able to share it with your fraternity brothers or your sorority sisters that will make you guys come together. When I joined my sorority, I made some of the best friends I've ever had. We have retreats that are practically like a big vacation for all the members, and during those we get a lot closer to our sisters. The picture behind me is a picture of me and some of my sisters last year's retreat on Skip Island. We stayed there for the weekend and played team building games. We also played games that brought us a lot closer. It is an amazing feeling knowing that you have the support of 100 girls behind you if anything were to ever happen. For example, one of the brothers of Kappa Sigma at my old school, Armstrong, got cancer. He had his brothers there to support him and raise money to help him with treatment. The other day, I found out that he had went into remission. It was awesome to see all of his brothers on Facebook sharing stories about his hard-fought battle. It is definitely the fact that you have a large group of brothers or sisters to back you up that makes being Greek different and more special than being in any other organization. Being an organization that has rules, you have to have a governing body. Therefore, you have your officer board. Now, the officer board positions will vary depending on your organization, but there's usually about 5 to 10 people on it. That is a lot of opportunities for you to lead your chapter. There are also numerous amounts of chairs that you can hold. The chairs and officer positions are a great thing to put on your resume. It is also a great experience. I was the Parents Weekend chair last year, and it had taught me a lot. I had to plan a huge event for all the girls in my chapter and their families, and it taught me to be more organized and how to lead a large group of people to have a safe, fun time. Another benefit is the networking. When you join a sorority, you are joining a huge network of people. Not only will you have brothers or sisters at your school, but you are part of an organization that stretches out to multiple schools in multiple states. Statistics show that 85% of the Fortune 500 were in Greek organization in college. So let's think about it. You're applying for a corporate job at Volkswagen. When the person that is hiring you sees that your resume and you have on there that you are the philanthropy chair of your chapter, they're going to rank you higher than the person who didn't do anything at all in college. Also, chances are that the person hiring you was in a Greek organization as well. When they look at what organization you were in, whether you were the same fraternity or sorority as them or not, They're going to see your letters and know what you are a part of. Now, I know Greek life has a lot of negative connotations associated with it, but I'm here to tell you that most of them are wrong. One of the negative things I hear most is that Greeks party a lot. When the Greeks get together and have a party, they call it a social. I'm not going to lie to you, some of the socials do involve alcohol, but a lot of them are so that we can get together, raise money, and get something accomplished for charity. Also, most sororities have rules against underage drinking and drinking while in letters. Individuals that aren't in a sorority or fraternity party just as much, if not more, than people who are in it. That is due to the fact that Greeks have a lot more to focus on. We have our philanthropy, our chapter meetings every Sunday, and frequent social events that keep us very busy. Another common negative stereotype is that Greeks are snotty. But there are some snotty people in any organization that you ever join. The people I have met that are Greek are some of the most caring people I've met. Most philanthropies work with poor, hungry, or sick people, and it is very humbling to work with people like that. Most of us Greeks have seen what it's like to not be fortunate, and so we don't take what we have for granted. Nationally, Greeks raise more than $7 million every year for charity. My sorority's philanthropy is Sigma Serves Children. They provide play therapy to children that are in hospitals for an extended period of time. Getting to go to the hospital and working with sick children has helped me to realize that I shouldn't take my health for granted, and that I have a lot better than some people do. We have done fundraisers such as Dinner for Silas, where you buy tickets to have a dinner and you have us serve you. We will rent out a large location and decorate it beautifully. We have got everything donated to us, so all the profits went to Cure for Childhood Cancer. The dinner is named after a little boy named Silas that we used to sponsor and grew close to, but unfortunately, a year before I joined, Silas passed away. But we still do the fundraiser every year in his honor. One year we raised over $6,000 in a week. Another charity event that we do is at Christmas time is we gather toys and bring it to children in the hospital. It boosts morale and gives the children something to occupy themselves with. We do the same thing around Halloween time too. And since a lot of children in the hospital have allergies or simply just can't have candy, we bring them little toys. Many people have come to believe that being in a Greek organization is a distraction from your schoolwork, but it is quite the opposite. There is a GPA requirement to be able to join and stay in your sorority or fraternity. There is also a certain number of library hours that you must complete. Another major perk for your academics is that you will always have a study partner. Chances are that at least one other person in your sorority or fraternity has the same major as you and is going to be taking the same classes as you are. So the two of you can study together and help each other out a little bit. In my sorority, most of us were healthcare majors, so we all were taking anatomy at the same time. We would all get together and work on our homework or study together. And it really helped to improve our grades and understanding of the information. Not to mention, the all-male GPA is at a 2.8, while the average Greek GPA is at a 2.9. That may not seem like a big difference to you, but if you were hiring someone, who would you pick? The 2.8 or the 2.9? Joining my sorority, Tri Sigma, was one of the best decisions I have ever made. I have been given numerous amounts of leadership opportunities. I have worked with many unforgettable people that have taught me to be more grateful for my health and my life. And most of all, I have made an abundance of unforgettable lifelong friends. So when you go to college, make the right decision like I did and go Greek.